Hey, you guys, it's Joyce Faison. Yeah, I'm back and I'm excited to be here. I am once again interviewing people from the Woodlawn Restorative Justice Hub who are residents of the Woodlawn area. And I am finding a wealth of talent and intelligence and perseverance and spiritual essence. And I'm excited. I'm excited. This is the best group I've had since the very first one, and I am just really glad to be a part of it. So, and you know who I am. So, who are you?
I'm Kamika Craig.
Kamika Craig. That's a pretty name. That's a stage name, girl. That's right.
Maybe.
Right. Movie by Kamika Craig. Talk a little bit about living in Woodlawn and what it is you do and what you'd like to do.
I've been in Woodlawn for about 4 years.
Okay.
A comeback, but before then it was probably about 4. I work with STOP, Southside Together, Organizer for Power.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also a transportation driver, and I also help out with the Woodlawn Restorative Justice Hub, the group.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just mostly community-based.
Good. We need you. I don't know how to say it any other way. We need you. Whatever gifts and talents you can bring, and if you have the heart that you really want to do it, that's just over the top. It's such a need in the Woodlawn area. So talk a little bit about what you do.
Well, I'm a stay-at-home mom between the non-for-profit and caring for my son, and I like to do hair.
Oh, talk a little bit about your hair.
I consider myself a stylist. I picked it up about 10 years old.
Really?
Mostly off of Visionary, watching other people and trying it, and it worked out for me. I think I'm pretty good.
All right. I like that. I like the confidence. I got the confidence. It's like if you go to hire a plumber and he comes in and he goes, oh, I don't know, well, you don't want to hire him. You want somebody to come in, yeah, this is wrong, they'll fix it, this is how much it costs, and it's guaranteed and out, right?
Yes.
So I love the confidence. Do that. So talk a little bit about the hair. You've been actually doing it, hustling it since you were 10? So what do you do? What
I
kind
braid, I do quick weaves, extensions, and I'm actually learning more with the natural hair since that's taken over now.
Yeah. Is it a nice hustle?
Yeah, if I can get more clients, I'm here.
I know you're not advertising.
Yeah, we know.
We're not advertising, but
yes.
so you get a chance to meet a lot of the women and speak with them and talk, and men, because men are wearing dreads and different looks now. It's with the natural hair. So you get to meet a lot of people in Woodlawn. Tell me what you like about Woodlawn.
As a whole community, they are trying. They work together. They argue together, they fight together, but the part is coming together as a collective bargain and trying to get things done for the youth, for the seniors, and for the community as a whole.
How is it for seniors in Woodlawn?
It's getting better. They're a little worried about the gentrification coming to the neighborhood, but we try to inform them about the Obama Library, community benefits agreements, and things of that nature, so they could come to the town hall and be more aware, because a lot of our seniors are either shut in or not as open-minded to the social media world now that that's taken over. So they're a little bit out of the loop. So
Yes.
I feel like more community people in Woodlawn, such as myself, are basically trying to say, hey, you matter. You know, we're learning from you, and we're paying attention to the things you've went through the past, and we're trying to make the present and the future a change, a subtle change, but a forceful, beneficial change.
Yes, a beneficial change. How is it for children?
It's getting better.
Okay.
I believe it could grow more with the restorative justice program.
Yes.
More of the children, like the group that we have, can be more open-minded and willing to join. You know, it's fun.
Yes.
It's informative. It's positive, and it's giving the children of the community something to look forward to each day, as well as earnings.
Okay, great, because they do earn a stipend while they are in the program. Let's talk a little bit about what you see Woodlawn being in the next 5 years.
Well, if we don't get a community benefits agreement in effect, it's going to be changing. They're going to do hotels and the Obama Library, which is I believe like a 3-part building or something, but we just want to be in the loop as far as jobs, schooling, laboring.
And you have a right to live there.
Yes.
If you
I
endured it through the bad, you definitely have a
should be
chance
able
to, and a right to enjoy it through the good.
Yes,
See,
ma'am.
that's where I've watched a friend of mine who runs a community organization that works with this hub. She's been there since the early 60s and saw plans where her house wasn't even where it was supposed to be, that they torn it down and put new stuff. So these plans to take over Woodlawn have been in effect since the 1950s, 1960s. And if you know anything about the history of Woodlawn, the novel written by Lorraine Hansberry is about her family moving to Woodlawn. It wasn't out in the suburbs somewhere. That was the Woodland area that did not want to sell real estate to black people. The few black people that lived in Woodlawn were servants of people who were professors and people at the University of Chicago. So when you see A Raisin in the Sun,
Yes.
that's written by Woodlawn.
Yes.
And you have a lot of people who were artists who came out, like Jerry Butler, who grew up in Cabrini Green but moved early in the early 60s to the Woodlawn area. There's a lot of people who are actors. There was a Parkway Community House. They had a theater there that I actually physically won the Jeff Award, which is the top award for theater.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. But it was the community theater and the community support that enabled me to get to that level of acting. And I'm looking forward to see what Woodlawn becomes. I've been invested in it for a couple decades now, and some of the kids, the little kids that I had 4 or 5 years ago, are now young teenagers, and they'll go, "Hey, hey," and then I remember you, and you gave me something,
That positive.
Yes, and we're very creative, and African Americans are very prone to revelations with mathematics and science and creative. We aren't just singers and dancers and actors. There are some people who are very, very skilled in mathematics and science, and we need to be a part of that mix, especially sitting at the foot of one of the world's greatest universities. I think it's really, really important that we get in the mix and get a piece of that pie. So talk to me a little bit about, what do you see for your son in the next 5-10 years?
In the next 5-10 years, he'll be between the age of 10 and 15.
He'll be a teenager in Woodlawn.
Yeah, between 8 and 10. I see him being a successful, productive young man in the community. I want him to be an example, not a bad example, a positive example, a push or a move forward to help others, to show others that it's a struggle out here. We all have our story and our trials, but we also have testimonies that we can share with
Girl,
each
you
other to bring
preaching.
each other together.
I'm gonna give you a
To
chicken
bring
and a
each other
robe on that one. That's right. Go, girl. That's preaching. That's right. That's right. That's right. I'm very impressed with this group that you're associated with. I see so much potential in them, and even though I'm in retirement, which never in the arts you never
It
retire,
never ends, yeah.
but it never is, right? And hopefully it don't. So I'm very excited, and I'm looking forward to working with you. And I think you're a bright light. I think you're bright light. I
Thank
really
you so
wish you
much.
well and the best of life to you and your son. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to just give you a way to contact us, information about the Restorative Justice Hub. That is the wrjhub@gmail.com, and you can contact us there. We're looking forward to making sure that we do hear from you. And I have another young man who's here from the Woodlawn area. Can you give me a little information about who you are? And let's talk. Let's see what's going on.
My name is Christopher Taylor.
Christopher.
Yeah,
Good, good. And how long have you lived in Woodlawn?
17 years.
17 years. And what do you think about life in Woodlawn?
I don't know. It's like Chicago. It's regular day in Chicago.
Regular day in Chicago. What's a regular day in Chicago like?
Police sirens.
Police sirens. Okay, so the violence is an issue. We know that.
Yeah.
We really know that. What can we do to help it?
Have more police on the block.
More police on the block.
Yeah.
Okay, people who are actively trying to do something.
Yeah.
Let's talk. One thing I haven't touched bases on. Let's talk about jobs. How are jobs in Woodlawn? Talk to me. Is there work?
And there's not that many jobs in there, I think.
So people do whatever they can do to make money? and survive?
Yeah.
And it ain't all drugs and violence, right?
No.
That's right. So, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
5 years. I'll be just now graduating college.
Did you hear yourself? Speaking into existence, and it will happen. You see yourself graduating college.
Yeah.
What do you want to go to college for? What do you want to train in?
Music producer.
Music producing. Oh, that's right up my alley. Okay, let's talk a little bit about it. What do you know about it?
I don't know that much. I just started it like last year.
But you like it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Can you write?
Yeah. I write my own music.
You write your own music and sing? You know, every singer's going to try to see if we can get somebody to give us some free vocals on this. So, could you sing? Talk a little bit about it.
Yeah, a little bit. No, I used to, but I rap now.
You rap now?
Yeah.
Okay, you good?
Yeah.
Wanna give us a sample?
You gotta pay for it.
Oh! Okay! All right, and we shall. I got $2. I got my last $2. Okay, never mind. That was good. That was what we're going to talk about you, too, when we get off the air. So let's talk a little bit about music production. Where do you see that going in the next few years?
I'll probably like have like more artists. I'll probably like create a record label or something.
You want to create a record label?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so we can try to, through some of the mentors that we've got coming through, especially in the next 2 days, to talk to you a little bit about publishing and generational wealth. So people trying to teach you the business side of it, because straight up, it is a business. It is a business. Creatively, it's an outlet. But when it comes down to making sure that you get your publishing rights, or that your great-great-great-grandchildren will get the royalties from your music, say if it gets placed in a movie or a documentary or something, that money will always flow to create the generational wealth that will come from your creating right here in the 2000s. What's the best part of Woodlawn?
The little back to school programs that we having and stuff.
Really?
Yeah, be on the block.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So you see young kids and they're really into it?
Yeah.
How can you help with that? How can we help with that?
Have more.
Have more of it. Yeah, I agree. Have more of it. Especially got the resource for the University of Chicago right there at the footprint of Woodlawn, right at the very end of it. And you got all these resources with people with education and the new health center that's coming to open, the new trauma center, and the new cancer center. See, everybody thinks about the trauma center or talks about the trauma center, but they don't really realize the fact that the trade-off was that they would get some funding for that big cancer center that's there. So hopefully with all the things that are coming to Woodlawn, like the presidential library, tourism, the new businesses that are opening, and the influx of different ethnicities and different people of different economic bases will come in and kind of do a good mixture, because the land is rich, and the land is rich not only with talent, but you got the parks and the lagoons, and you're right at the foot of all of the major museums, and the University of Chicago is there, and there's transportation straight down Stony Island all the way to the Loop, and then you've got right at 71st Street. You got so many different ways coming in from through the parks, from the Dan Ryan, and coming west from Lakeshore Drive. It's a mecca of energy and commerce that you guys have a right to be a part of. I'm excited. And if I had $2 right now, you would be performing. So talk to me a little bit about more than two.
Yeah.
Okay, I ain't got a sample yet, so you do good to get a quarter. So let's talk a little bit about, you talked about the worst. What's the best part of Woodlawn for you?
I don't know.
You're still trying to find that out?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're how old right now?
17.
You're 17. Okay, so you've got a lot of years ahead of you, and if they're planned properly, I think I talked the other day about making a plan.
Yeah.
If you plan properly and you have the right mentors and you have the right resources, it's something that you can actually make come to fruition. It will be interesting to see you in another 2 or 3 years while you're in college and and doing things. All right, well, tell me a little bit about the equipment that you're working on. What kind of equipment do you use?
I'm learning how to play the piano.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Good for you. Good for you. Just confidentially, so everybody can't hear it. The piano is the best instrument to learn on because it helps you with composition. So if you are learning piano, then composing will be a great thing. There's a lot of money in the music industry. You have to learn how to tap it and make it pay for you. You know, because you give your gifts and your talents, you definitely want to be compensated for it. So it's kind of good that I got a chance to speak with you. I'm really honored to see what you do. If you want to say a message to people who are in Woodlawn, what would you say?
Stay in school, motivate others, and that's it.
That's it? All right. Well, we're blessed to have you here, and we want to thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
And I've got a lady that just walked into the room whose father was the arranger producer for Earth, Wind, and Fire, and discovered Minnie Riperton, and discovered all these other people. And she's here today, so she'll be talking to you tomorrow about the music business. She's an award-winning actress and helped to produce these shows for the last few days. So when you back in there and she hits on you to give us something, I'm going to see if you're going to charge her. Here we go. We want to thank you so much for this time, and we're just so honored to have these young people focused, and there's a wealth of talent. There's a wealth of talent in the Woodlawn area, and we are ready to tap it and develop it. And look out, Chicago. Look out, world. Here they come. Want to give them your name again?
Christopher Taylor.
All right, thank you so much. We are the Woodlawn Restorative Justice Hub. I am Joyce Faison, your host, and we'll see you.